Meningitis. Introduction. Meningitis is an inflammatory condition of the meninges, the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord. It can be caused by bacterial, viral, fungal, or parasitic infections. The condition can lead to severe complications such as brain damage, hearing loss, or even death if not diagnosed and treated promptly. Understanding its etiology, clinical presentation, and management is crucial for effective prevention and treatment. Definitions. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, meningitis is an inflammation of the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord, commonly caused by an infection. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, a serious infection resulting in inflammation of the meninges, which can lead to neurological damage and other severe complications. Risk factors. Infectious. Bacterial, Neisseria meningitidis, Streptococcus pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenza type B, HIV, Listeria monocytogenes. Viral, enteroviruses, herpes simplex virus, varicella zoster virus, mumps virus. Fungal, Cryptococcus, Histoplasma, Candida. Parasitic, Naegleria fowleri, amoebic meningitis. Non-infectious. Weakened immune system, HIV/AIDS, chemotherapy, organ transplantation. Age, infants, young children, and elderly individuals are at higher risk. Head trauma, skull fractures or brain surgery increase susceptibility. Close contact and crowded environments, dormitories, military barracks, prisons, and daycare centers. Unvaccinated individuals, lack of immunization against bacterial meningitis pathogens. Travel to endemic regions, meningitis belt of sub-Saharan Africa. Etiology. Meningitis can be classified based on its causes. Bacterial meningitis, the most severe form, requiring urgent antibiotic treatment. Viral meningitis, usually self-limiting, caused by enteroviruses or herpes viruses. Fungal meningitis, often seen in immunocompromised individuals, such as those with HIV/AIDS. Parasitic meningitis, rare, caused by free-living amoebas, example Naegleria fowleri. Non-infectious meningitis, caused by autoimmune diseases, cancer, or drug reactions. Types of meningitis. 1. Acute meningitis. Acute meningitis is a rapidly progressing inflammation of the meninges, usually caused by bacterial or viral infections. It develops within hours to a few days and can be life-threatening if not treated promptly. Causes. Bacterial meningitis, caused by bacteria such as Streptococcus pneumoniae, Neisseria meningitidis, Haemophilus influenza, and Listeria monocytogenes, especially in newborns and immunocompromised individuals. Viral meningitis, caused by enteroviruses, herpes simplex virus, mumps virus, or arboviruses, mosquito-borne viruses. Symptoms. High fever. Severe headache. Stiff neck. Nausea and vomiting. Sensitivity to light, photophobia. Confusion or altered mental status. Seizures, in severe cases. 2. Chronic meningitis. Chronic meningitis develops gradually over weeks to months and is commonly caused by fungi, tuberculosis, TB, or chronic inflammatory conditions. Causes. Fungal infections, Cryptococcus neoformans, common in HIV/AIDS patients, and Histoplasma capsulatum. Tuberculous, TB, meningitis, caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, often seen in people with weak immune systems. Parasitic or autoimmune conditions, less common causes include Toxoplasma gondii, parasitic, and autoimmune diseases like sarcoidosis. 3. Aseptic meningitis. Aseptic meningitis refers to meningitis not caused by bacteria. It is typically due to viral infections but can also be caused by non-infectious factors like drugs or autoimmune conditions. Causes. Viral infections, Most common cause, including enteroviruses, Coxsackie virus, echovirus, mumps virus, and herpes simplex virus. Medications, some drugs, such as NSAIDs, ibuprofen, antibiotics, trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole, or 4-immunoglobulins, can trigger meningitis. Autoimmune disorders, systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE, and Behçet's disease may lead to aseptic meningitis. For recurrent meningitis. Recurrent meningitis refers to multiple episodes of meningitis due to underlying anatomical, immune system, or infectious causes. Causes: anatomical defects, congenital defects, skull fractures, or cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, leaks can allow pathogens to enter the meninges repeatedly. Immunodeficiencies, conditions like complement deficiency, HIV/AIDS, or primary immunodeficiency disorders make individuals more prone to recurrent infections. Periodic infections, conditions such as Molleret's meningitis, a rare recurrent viral meningitis caused by herpes simplex virus. Symptoms: repeated episodes of fever, headache, and neck stiffness. Temporary neurological symptoms like facial paralysis or limb weakness. Prolonged recovery periods between episodes. Pathophysiology: pathogen entry, bacteria, virus, fungi, or parasites invade the body through respiratory tract, bloodstream, or direct contact with the meninges. Down arrow: crossing the blood-brain barrier, pathogens penetrate the protective blood-brain barrier, reaching the cerebrospinal fluid. Down arrow: meningeal inflammation, immune system activates, releasing inflammatory cytokines like IL-1, IL-6, and TNF-alpha. Down arrow: increased vascular permeability, blood vessels in the meninges become leaky, allowing immune cells and proteins to enter but also leading to brain swelling. Down arrow: increased intracranial pressure, accumulation of fluid and inflammatory cells leads to brain edema and compression of neural structures. Down arrow: neuronal dysfunction and ischemia, swelling reduces blood flow, leading to oxygen deprivation and potential brain damage. Down arrow: neurological symptoms, severe headache, stiff neck, seizures, altered mental status, photophobia, and possible coma. Down arrow: complications, if untreated, may lead to permanent brain damage, hearing loss, hydrocephalus, or death. Clinical manifestations: general symptoms, fever, chills, nausea, vomiting. Neurological symptoms, severe headache, stiff neck, nuchal rigidity, photophobia, light sensitivity, confusion. Systemic signs, seizures, altered mental status, rapid breathing, skin rash, in meningococcal meningitis. Infants and young children, high-pitched crying, poor feeding, bulging fontanelle, irritability. Diagnostic evaluation. History taking. Symptoms onset and progression. Recent infections, vaccinations, or exposure to sick individuals. History of immunosuppression or travel to endemic areas. Physical examination. Brudzinski's sign, involuntary knee flexion when the neck is flexed. Kernig's sign, pain and resistance when extending the knee while the hip is flexed. Laboratory and imaging tests. Lumbar puncture, CSF analysis determines presence of bacteria, viruses, or fungi in cerebrospinal fluid. Blood cultures, identifies systemic bacterial infection. MRI/CT scan, detects complications like brain swelling or abscesses. Polymerase chain reaction, PCR identifies viral causes. Medical management. Pharmacological management. Bacterial meningitis, 4 antibiotics, ceftriaxone, vancomycin, ampicillin for listeria. Viral meningitis, supportive care, antiviral therapy, acyclovir for herpes virus. Fungal meningitis, antifungal medications, amphotericin B, fluconazole. Adjunctive therapy. Corticosteroids, dexamethasone given before or with the first dose of antibiotics to reduce brain inflammation. Dose, 0.15 mg per kilogram for every 6 hours for 2 to 4 days. Effective for Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza infections. Not recommended for neonates or immunocompromised patients. Antipyretics and pain relievers, paracetamol, acetaminophen, or ibuprofen to reduce fever and headache. Seizure control, lorazepam or phenytoin for seizure management. Fluid and electrolyte management, for fluids to prevent dehydration and maintain electrolyte balance. Surgical management. Drainage of abscesses or hydrocephalus, if present. Insertion of a shunt for long-term cerebrospinal fluid drainage. Dietary management. Hydration, maintain fluid balance to prevent dehydration. Nutrient-rich foods, high protein and vitamin-rich diet to boost immunity. Antioxidant foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts to reduce inflammation. Nursing management. Nursing assessment. Diagnosis. Interventions. Fever, headache, stiff neck. Risk for infection. Monitor temperature, administer prescribed antibiotics. Altered mental status. Impaired cognition. Frequent neurological assessments, ensure patient safety. Nuchal rigidity, photophobia. Acute pain. Administer pain relievers, maintain dim lighting. Poor hydration, vomiting. Risk for dehydration. Encourage fluid intake, administer 4 fluids if needed. Seizures, irritability, in children. Risk for seizures. Seizure precautions, monitor for signs of increased intracranial pressure. Anxiety, social withdrawal. Psychosocial distress. Provide emotional support, educate patient and family about the condition. Prevention. Vaccination. Meningococcal vaccine. Pneumococcal vaccine. Haemophilus influenza type B, HIB, vaccine. Good hygiene practices, hand washing, covering mouth when sneezing/coughing. Avoid close contact with infected individuals. Prophylactic antibiotics for close contacts of bacterial meningitis patients. Proper management of ear and sinus infections to prevent bacterial spread to meninges. Healthy lifestyle, balanced diet, adequate sleep, and stress management for a strong immune system. Complications. Neurological deficits, hearing loss, vision problems, cognitive impairment. Seizures, due to increased intracranial pressure and inflammation. Hydrocephalus, excess cerebrospinal fluid accumulation. Septicemia, meningococcal meningitis can lead to organ failure and death. Shock and multi-organ failure, in severe cases of bacterial meningitis. Paralysis or stroke, due to vascular complications. Conclusion. Meningitis is a serious, potentially life-threatening condition that requires immediate medical attention. Early recognition, appropriate treatment, and preventive measures such as vaccination and good hygiene practices can significantly reduce the risk of severe complications. Continued awareness, timely interventions, and public health initiatives are essential to controlling the spread of meningitis worldwide.
So guys, thanks for watching my video. You can like and comment on my video, but don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to watch quality content like this. Thank you guys.